Trysta got that good soup. Is that I was just trying to figure out where TK is. TK, where are you right now? You got the sweater on and like
I'm at home.
Oh, you're back home.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm back.
Shout out to me back at
All
home.
right. Trysta Krick with us here. What are you eating? Is this more of
What
TK's homemade
drink
soup?
is that? That's what I want to know. That looks like
What'd
an
you say?
East only pop. What is
Oh,
it?
it's Soleil. It's Soleil. You know Soleil? Do you guys have that?
No, we ain't got no. Well, I haven't seen no Soleil. We might have.
Sparkling
That might
water.
be a rich people drink. Yeah.
No, it's like
That's like-
Safeways. It's like Safeway sparkling
Yeah,
water.
they got different. See, like it is interesting. I don't think California has their own soda. I know when you go to New Orleans, they have Big Shot.
Okay.
The Big Shot is like a New Orleans soda. I think
Probably has extra sugar in it.
Maybe
It's deep fried soda.
On the East Coast, they got different. I thought that might have been what that is. It's just like an East Coast special.
No, it's just sparkling water, just a little black cherry sparkling water. Let me turn this thing off so I can stop just getting emails and just messing up everything.
Oh,
We're popping. We're probably getting spammed. That's probably what's happening.
The streets are saying that it is a Safeway special. It is literally at Safeway here in.
Literally, it's the Safeway brand. Yeah. Shout out to the Chatty House for keeping it correct and keeping D-Lo from slandering my good name. I'm bougie about a lot of things, but not always about.
Not your water.
Well, the truth is I prefer Polar, but we do what we do. They're out.
Polar.
That's the one with the trees, right? Is that Polar?
No, I think it's just like a bear. I think it's just like a polar bear.
Okay. What's the one that I'm thinking?
Well, no, I don't mind being bougie about water because there's some bottled water that's gross.
Dasani.
I do not think Dasani is gross.
Yeah,
Dasani is not gross. What is that?
I haven't had a bad
Alhambra, or that's nasty.
No, I don't do that. I haven't had a bad bottled water.
Oh, I have.
Oh, because you don't know any better, Kenny.
Well, I mean, it's all good with me. I like the Smart Water. I like the Dasani.
Yeah, Smart Water's fire.
I like I don't even know all the names of these things.
Essentia. Do you like Essentia? Because that's mine. That's the one I like.
I don't know if I've had Essentia.
Yeah,
I also don't venture far off. Like I get the one that's at Costco, and
that's Kirkland.
No, they got a different brand. I thought I had it with me. Maybe it is Kirkland. I don't know, but I get that one at Costco all the time, and it just fine. And if I want to get fancy, if I want to get bougie, then I go get a literal Smart Water.
CJ's right. That's who I was thinking of. I said Alhambra. It's Arrowhead. Arrowhead is disgusting.
Oh yeah. Arrowhead's bad.
Arrowhead is sewer water.
What?
Yep.
It is awful. It's disgusting. Don't do that. No, you best believe you got Arrowhead at your house. You best believe I'm just gonna be parched. I'm just gonna be thirsty. Hey, you got a hose I can drink out of? Because I ain't drinking that. DK, what you think about what do you think about Woj's report about the Kings and Mike Brown and golf and tabling talks and all of that stuff?
I think I'm done with Woj. I think it's a strict unfollow.
There's a portion of the conversation we haven't covered yet. Just be done with Woj.
I think I'm strictly done with Woj. Between that and his tweet about how NBA executives were, what's the word, coveting, they like to use the word covet in these NBA tweets, that they were interested in Bronny because he could sell out G League arenas. That's when it ended for me. That was the moment I said he's not a serious person anymore, because he knows that's not true. He knows that's direct from Rich Paul. And nobody
didn't Rich Paul say no? Wasn't Rich Paul like, no, he's not?
Well, then Rich Paul was like, yeah, he's probably, I don't know where he got it then. You're right, because Rich Paul was like, we're not doing the G League thing.
Well, look, he probably got it from a G. That's not the most inconceivable thought. That you look at him as, no, it's not. If you look at him as like a second round, now you can say second day type draft player, and somebody that needs the G League to develop, like, yeah, he would help. Like, it doesn't have to be something like, this is why we're drafting him, but that's part of what you're drafting. Like, you're getting a guy in Bronny. Let's say the Kings got him. Stockton Kings would see attendance rise.
with the hopes of LeBron James showing up to watch us.
Correct.
basketball.
Correct. The only reason, like, he's not selling out Sierra Canyon. He's not selling out USC. He's averaging 5 points per game. I'm no shade to Bronny, but like, let's stop with this. Let's stop with this. It's not happening. Nobody's buying because he said merchandise revenue, like what, like Stockton Kings jerseys going up. No shade.
No, they would. They absolutely would. I mean, now where they're at, maybe at the bottom. So you're selling maybe 15 more jerseys than you did last year.
Thank you for pointing that out. No one ever thinks about that part where it says someone's jersey's up 100%. Yeah, they sold one last month, of course.
Right.
They sold 2 this month.
It literally is going up. Now it's not going to rival.
And it's because LeBron James is buying all the stuff.
Well, it don't matter.
Don't do that.
Well, it also doesn't matter why the money still works.
It's not real. That's not real. Anyway, back to Mike Brown and Woj. I'm out.
You're out on Woj or Mike Brown?
I'm out on Woj. I am definitely not out on Mike Brown.
How do we feel about Shams? Just I need this insider thing cleared up.
I'm a fan of Shams. Shams is for the people. Shams
so I know.
You guys know how I feel about Shams. You saw me as Shams.
He's the clutch
that's
guy.
your boy. That's your boy.
He's the clutch guy.
I think Shams was the I think Trysta was the only one Shams talked to when he made that one trip across the baseline.
Well, he talked to somebody else.
Trysta and Vivek.
Well, I was going to say that's exactly right. Which is why if this Kings report had come from Shams, it'd be a whole different conversation about who it came from. But it didn't.
Right? Have we ever seen Woj at a Kings game?
I haven't.
I haven't.
No, sir.
I haven't seen Vivek blush when he walked.
Oh man, he loves Shams.
He was like, respect, Indian brethren, let's go. Come on. No, I think that the reason that the Kings didn't make the playoffs this second year is not because of Mike Brown. And maybe you could say that the rotations early could have been different, and Chris Duarte shouldn't have gotten as much time, or he should have moved off of Kevin Huerter faster, whatever. But like, you traded for those guys. Like, we just saw Sam Presti have an exit press conference where he traded for Gordon Hayward. Then Gordon Hayward ended up getting DMP. So like, that's not on Mike Brown. He didn't make that trade. Monty made that trade. So I think it was the pieces that needed to be different. We saw what happened with Dallas getting 2 guys from, the Hornets and in PJ Washington, and getting Daniel Gafford from Washington that really took him over the top. Those kind of moves I think needed to be made in order for this team to continue to get better. But listen, like, the West got better. The Mavs didn't make the playoffs last year, and now they're about to go to the finals. So I don't like that rhetoric around Mike Brown at all. I don't, especially when Malik Monk got hurt down the stretch. Everyone's healthy, and De'Aaron Fox got injured in the beginning of the season.
Trysta brings up a good point to the other report that came out about this, which is, if we're speculating on how all this stuff gets out, I think it came from the Mike Brown side as a negotiating ploy, to get the court of public opinion on Mike Brown's side. But Mark Stein's report got a little more specific than Adrian Wojnarowski's report. There he talks about the team is concerned because missing the playoffs, and he goes into that. That I don't think. How do I put this? I don't believe that Mike Brown's representation, if they're going to go out and put this information out here to do that, like I think originally, I don't think they'd make that up. Those specific points. It feels like that might have been something that was told to them in conversation, in negotiations.
Yeah, but perhaps, but to make sure, I feel like Mark paraphrased what James reported. I'm not saying Mark Stein didn't hear the same thing. I'm saying James reported that last week. And so with ownership not being happy about missing the playoffs, combined with this, is really what makes the whole thing uncomfortable.
I think they'll get there.
I
think they're going to get there. I also think it would be a big mistake to go another direction, right? It's just the culture shift alone what he brings to the table that you can build off of. Who are you getting next? Like, who is that guy? I don't know who that would be. If say Mike Brown was no longer the head coach of the Kings for whatever reason, who would be the coach that you would think could do as good of a job in year one?
I don't know
Ty
who
Lue.
that coach would be good. I don't know who that coach would be, but I do think that the Kings would have an eye.
Come on down, Steve Clifford.
No. And I like Steve Clifford, but no, that ain't gonna work.
No.
But I think I don't know if the guy would do as good of a job, but I do think.
What do you like about Steve Clifford?
Who, me?
Yes, you. What do you caping for Steve Clifford? What?
No, I said no, not Steve Clifford.
Steve Clifford, where you're like, let me go ahead and place that caveat into what I just said.
No, well, because he preaches. He tried to tell them young kids, you guys gotta like be adults. You have to be professionals in Charlotte. And they looked at him like, old man, shut up. But he was right. Like, play defense, LaMelo. Like, you have to play defense out here. Like, you got to be better. So I like that aspect. He like wasn't wrong in his teachings. He just can't relate to those guys. He can't relate to like get them to play. But I wouldn't want him here in Sacramento. But the whole point I was saying was, I do feel like, and this is not reporting, Greeny here, not reporting, no cap, by the way. Did you see him say no cap this morning?
I did not. Oh, you were watching Greeny this morning.
No, it was on Awful Announcing.
Oh,
he said, because I think Udonis Haslam was like, yeah, when the Celtics got Drew Holiday, I cringed a little bit because he's saying I knew that was a big move for them.
Oh,
and then he was Greeny was like, yeah, no cap. He just brings so much to the team.
Did he follow it up with a Black Twitter documentary read?
He might have watched Black Twitter, and that's why he's saying that. But I do think
Good morning.
There's a world where the Kings look at Doug Christie as somebody that they have in their back pocket to take over.
Didn't I say that like 2 years ago, and you guys ran me off this chat?
At that time, 2 years ago, probably so, because I don't think Doug would have been ready. I think. And I don't know if he's ready now, but 2 years later of being a true lead assistant or one of the true lead assistants, I think he could be looked at now as somebody that's ready for that responsibility. Because that year, 2 years ago, didn't he like just come out of the booth? Did he have 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Yes. He had 1 year with Luke, right? Yeah. He not that it was a bad idea.
And then 16 more games to start the conversation.
Yeah.
That's where we're 17 games, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Before that conversation started. So,
but I could see that. I don't know if that's how they're thinking at all, but I could see that being part of the thought. Well, like if we can't figure it out, we'll just make Doug Christie. We'll give him the opportunity.
I think that's a big mistake. When is JJ Redick going to get announced as the head coach of the Lakers? When's that going to happen?
Man, I'm hoping before the NBA Finals.
No, that's how they're going to do it.
Yeah, good. Get him. I don't need him for 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
He'll finish it off.
No, don't do that. We don't need it. Just let Doris and Mike do it.
Isn't that how they?
It's fine.
Isn't that how they do it? I'm trying to think.
JJ, they need you now. Go now. They need you. Go.
I am not effing with JJ on this broadcast whatsoever.
He's not that bad. I didn't think he was particularly good in the Pacers Celtics series. I think he got better as it went along. But he is not someone I want associated with the NBA Finals.
He's not entertaining.
He's not
nothing charismatic. Or
he's
nothing.
Literally just a voice.
Because it's not like what he's saying is ever wrong.
He might be AI. It just might be like a voice, like a computer generated, no freaking personality voice.
Right. It's not what he's saying is wrong. Like he knows the game. He's making right points, but it's just boring.
It is like, JJ, why are you so mad? You know, why does it sound like, Fox sighting, Fox?
Uh-oh.
Is it De'Aaron or Vivica?
I think it's De'Aaron. It's definitely a bigger one. The babies are out right now.
The real Vivica said she's ready to get married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right, 60. Fellas, you got a shot.
I think now she might have got some work. I think Vivica looks just fine. She looks great. It's here in the video commercial with Ice-T. She looks great.
She does.
Yeah. Some people be like, "Oh, she got work done or whatever."
Oh, they all. got work done.
Technicalities, right? Like, yeah. Who cares?
Just fine.
I think JJ is just like, it just sounds like he's angry all the time. It doesn't sound like he's having a good time talking about the game. It's just very
Oh my gosh, I have to talk about basketball today.
He's here. He's like here for a paycheck. That's what he is. He's just
if
here for
I was in the booth with JJ, I'd be like, oh, okay, JJ, oh, okay. You know, you just like push him a little bit, like physically, like, hey, loosen up a little bit. Loosen up.
JJ is this generation's Rick Barry.
Oh God.
Except Rick Barry is a way better basketball player, but like Rick Barry,
he was terrible. Like
he was so angry about watching basketball and the way the game is played when he was broadcasting.
And salty. Brent Barry also very salty in the best way. Lots of great observations.
And John was a jackass. Like he was just a flat out jerk. Like that's all John was. He was just a jerk. He treated people
all more entertaining than JJ though.
And now, yep.
No, that's true. Facts. That's facts.
I do think that his podcast is pretty good. I listened to it. The Old Man and the Three. They break down some stuff. They have unique angles.
Do you listen to the one with the King? No, that doesn't interest you. You don't like LeBron James, do you?
Oh no,
that's not true. That's not true.
You attacked his son the first 5 minutes of the show. So.
Why would D'Lo say that, Trysta? Why would he say that?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
D'Lo, why would you say that? He's seen enough to make him come to that conclusion.
Well, no, I just think in the crux, like the part of this conversation, it just feels like you don't particularly like LeBron.
I feel like there's other stuff that you see in those.
That's what I got from it. That's what I was asking. Like, what's the other average? What's the other points that makes him feel that way?
Just asking a question.
I think LeBron James, honestly, has lots of good traits.
Oh well, D'Lo sounded more and more right here at this.
No, I mean it's just a funny. It's just so funny. Like you don't like him, you know. It's like you don't like.
He's got some good traits.
It's mostly the off the court stuff, right? It's mostly that.
But do you feel like he's like too calculated and he acts like oblivious to all his moves, but they're all calculated and all this other stuff.
And he acts like he's not paying attention to what other people are saying and is just like completely tuned out and locked into his own thing. And then so I met him. Oh my God, it's coming down right now.
Oh, Summer Rain, Carl Thomas, stand up.
Great song. So yeah, I met him. Chris Haynes introduced me because that's like Chris Haynes is the line with Clutch. And I'm like, hey, this is at the time I'm working for USA Today. So I'm like zero following, no following. What's like, I think 1,700 followers combined between everything. And he was like, oh, hey, this is Trysta. Hey, Trysta, this is Bron. Hey, he like daps me up, gives me a hug. Very nice. And then I'm like, yeah, I work for USA Today. And then before I could even finish what I have to say, he goes, I know exactly who you are. And I was like, so he's not tuning. If my little old self at that point, that LeBron knows who that is and has heard and seen what I've done, he's tuned into everything. And I think he lies a lot. I think he's just like, he lies. He does lie a lot.
He stretches the truth from time to time.
The truth.
And I do think he's probably a great friend, but he's a very easy target in the media to make fun of. He's like just kind of a little corny, just a little corny. I'm sure it's fine. Like if you know him and you're his friend, we all have like that corny friend. It's not that smooth, you know?
Kenny and I are trying to figure out which one of us is the corny one.
No.
Wait a minute, because neither of us reacted. We were like, wait, do I?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
If you don't have a corny friend, you may be the corny friend.
Maybe I am the corny friend.
I don't know. I don't have very many friends, so it doesn't.
Well, yeah, you're kind of antisocial, D'Lo, and you got a million kids, Kenny.
Yeah, my circle's pretty tight, like pretty small.
Tearing ACLs and MCLs.
Oh, Ryan, at the doctors as we speak.
Oh,
I never.
You got a kid tear an ACL?
No. We can't even confirm that a baby that young has an MCL.
Yes.
We're not even sure that it's there yet. No, baby's fine. Basketball injury, of course, in the Caraway family. But yeah, all
She's tough though. She's tough.
Trying to. I don't think I would associate corniness with LeBron James. But
what?
What's he do that's corny?
Oh, his whole aura is corny.
His aura is corny? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
He's
Would
got
you consider the book situation corny?
No, that's just dumb. Like, bro, what are you doing?
All the things that he does.
Don't use the word Negro in a sentence because you're reading Malcolm X, bro. I can't stand that. Don't do that. You haven't used that word since or before. Don't do that.
No, what did he say? What was the guy?
He said someone asked him. Of course it's 2020. So Malcolm X has the autobiography of Malcolm X in his hand.
On the first page, of course.
On the first page, and he's asked about, what he learns of that, what he learned from the book, which everyone knows he hasn't read. And he said something about understanding the plight of the Negro. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? You don't talk like that. What are you, James Baldwin?
And then, hold on. And then why all of a sudden, like, now it's going to sound like I don't like LeBron, but I love LeBron. I just think he's hilarious. Like, I find the things he does funny. But, bro, like, you never walk around with the book. You're not Cat Williams. You're not like, why today are you walking around?
Because it was 2020 and he wanted to remind everybody, I'm reading the autobiography of Malcolm X.
And
he's in front of Zoom cameras, I think.
He's done that with multiple books. Remember when he said that he had watched Scarface was his favorite movie? And
no,
he had
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather.
Every day? He watched it every day during the final.
Day. And they asked him, like, what his favorite quote
was. Too many.
All of them.
Too many.
Too many of them. Too many.
No, just one. Just one.
Just give us one moment.
Too many.
There's just, come on.
No, LeBron. Literally. One quote, pal. Just one. Can't.
Or when he said he discovered Migos.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I was telling everybody. What do you say? I was telling everybody in Miami, watch out for these dudes.
Like they're next. They're next. These Migo guys, they're next.
Well, no, Trysta, the best one, literally. We talk about this numerous times on the show. The best one is him saying he predicted Kobe's 81
that's
point.
the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling my friends, he looked like he's going to go for 80 tonight.
Come on, man.
Maybe even 81.
That's not corny. That's funny.
But it is like if that was a regular person, like if that guy's not in the media, like if that's just a dude,
I'm making fun of that dude.
That is probably annoying.
Yeah,
that is annoying. Yeah, I do know people like that.
If someone,
so that's annoying. He's still my boy.
If Rich came in here and sat down and said, "Yeah, I was with my boys last night, man. We knew Kobe. I just looked at Kobe and was like, he gonna go for 80 tonight."
Right, bro. I probably wouldn't
get out of my face.
I wouldn't laugh at that. But see,
don't ever speak to me again.
But the thing that makes it funny with LeBron is you're LeBron James. You don't have to do these things, but you still feel the need to.
That's what I'm saying. There's like a latent, like an inherent desire to be liked and accepted and like seen as a certain thing. It's like you don't have to be insecure in these ways to do these things because that's a root level insecurity. If you're lying about things you have no reason to lie about. You've got no receipts, and it's now like a LeCappin. Like that's literally your name.
Yep.
And he knows it. Oh, I've seen the tweets, LeCappin. It's like, yes, dude, stop it. Why? You're like top 2, top 3 player to ever do this. Why are we?
Calm down.
What?
It's trying to sneak in there, top 1 player to ever do this. That hasn't been decided yet. Settle down.
So I just think like all that stuff in whole is a little corny. Like the bringing the wine to the games, Corn.
That's a flex.
No, and then when he was eating out of the paper, the to-go box on the bench. That was a little
that was so disrespectful to the game.
so crazy. You have
So
to do that.
disrespectful to the game.
And he wasn't even playing. He could have eaten in the locker room.
Oh, he wanted to watch his team play.
Oh, all right. Well,
Don't be an ultimate teammate.
Don't bring the food out. That's
not like
I'm with James Worthy on that.
Sneaking a hot dog like Russell Westbrook was on the sideline.
No, that probably would have been better. At least you're like, I know this is wrong. I'm gonna sneak this bite in real quick. LeBron's like, I don't care.
I think that's my favorite Russ gift.
That's classic. That's an all-timer.
That's
before Trysta leaves. I gotta ask.
Oh crap!
I gotta.
I didn't know what time it was.
I gotta ask. You gonna apologize to my boy yet?
No.
30, 10, and 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We ain't gonna apologize yet.
They're against Tyrese Halliburton less. You're going.
It don't matter. He would have done that against any. He had what do you have? 39 in the first game with Tyrese there.
Will you give the Celtics or Tatum any credit if they win the NBA Finals?
It depends. So he had 26 last game. He was 3 for 11 from 3. Goodness gracious, rough efficiency. 23 in game 2, 1 for 7 from 3.
What are you doing game 3? Don't do that.
Yeah, 36 in game 3. So we just expect because that's one hit every 4-year average.
Oh,
what do you have? 39 in game 1. What are you 37?
36 in game 1.
Come on, man. Don't do that.
No, you don't do that. I'm gonna need consistency. Like what we're seeing from Luka right now. Come on, that's what we want from Tatum. That's what we expect from Tatum.
30, 10, and 6 in the Eastern
She's
Conference
gonna
Finals.
kill Tatum if they lose. Oh my gosh!
And you can already feel that it's like a possibility, can't you? Like
They ain't losing.
Kyrie is playing right now.
There's a good chance the next time Trysta's with us, only one game will have been played.
That sounds about right. I think it's over tonight.
Oh man, what a dramatic turn.
Because the Wolves could be up 2-1 right now, and they're down 3-0. Because Karl Anthony Towns is, I don't know, buns, I guess.
Man. Oh man,
buns. I like that.
That's a technical term.
No, that's good. That's good. TK, we appreciate you. We'll be locked in. Heat Check Pod. BetQL, BetMGM tonight. We love you, homie.
Love you.